What's good? It's your boy Beats by Ash coming at you with another banger of a deck profile. Today I went undefeated with the Tearlaments goo, only tying to the man behind the camera, Boston himself, aka the Numeron GOAT. So now I'm about to tell you guys about the hidden Tearlaments that was never released. Let's get into the deck profile. Number 1, shout out the Judge's Daughter for the Field Center. Number 2, shout out to the best Tearlaments card in the game. This card's broken as fuck. This card lets you send reinohart, which allows you to make bahamut shark, which is really the only out I have against this guy, and he's broken as fuck. And then 3 of every other Tearlaments, and I'm not going to talk about these because everyone is tired of seeing these, and the ratio never changes. And now 3 copies of this card because I'm paid. Paycheck, 1 copy of the God card. This just allowed me to win a lot. Another paycheck there. And then 2 desires. This card is just too high impact. I thought about cutting it, but I decided to go 41 because my friend from the Netherlands, Rafael Naven, said 41 is a YCS winning number. And then 3 Nibiru Dasser Schwessen. This card's broken as fuck, but I never get anyone to play it on because I just hand trap the fuck out of them. We play 15 hand traps. 3 Mourner. This card is honestly like broken. A lot of people say it's ass. But I use the burn effect so much. The burn effect is just broken. I used it in a regional, and the guy just got salty. 3 Veiler. Since it's ulti Italian, I'm allowed to use it during any phase. Just remember that. And then Crow, probably the best one. The thing about this deck is Crow is just like completely necessary because we play so many defensive cards that Crow is the only monster you can mill to make Mud Dragon, and Mud Dragon enables Bahamut Shark, which allows you to make the Sprite board while having the field spell up, which is just a better version of Sprite. And then 3 Imperm. You honestly need this card no matter what build you go, just because it's like the only card that you're guaranteed to negate their Abyss Dweller, which is just toxic as fuck. And then 1 Suliak. You only really need 1. If you draw the desires, you want to search this first every time because you don't want to banish it. It's kind of insane. And then 3 of the best card, Paleo best deck, Paleo broke. This triggers literally every effect. It allowed me to out Boston's mine while I cucked him with my redoer so he had more monsters. And then onto the extra deck. 2 Kiktalos. If you don't have 2, you lose. In this deck, you basically just have to recycle the extra deck, and without having a second one, if someone breaks your cycle via hand trap, you kind of lose. And so the reason I really liked like Mourner having 9 effect failures in the deck essentially is basically it's honestly better to have cards that leave the other person's cards on field and just remove the effects so they pass instead of removing it, because you have this, you have Gigantic, you have Sprite Elf, you have so many things that like it doesn't really help to like remove things, and that's why I think that like effect negates are so high impact. And then the 1 Kaleidoheart, this is honestly optional, but I find it very nice just because it's good to have up when you have Trap card. And then 2 Stapelia, like I said, you kind of need this because it allows you to not break the cycle. And then the 1 Garua, I honestly never make this. You could really cut this, like, it's only good. It's just a win more card, to be honest. Like, the only time you're making this is if the guy has Nibiru and you just want to plus even harder. But in all reality, you can probably do another line and make Bahamut Shark Elf. Then 1 Mud Dragon. This card's broke. It's probably the best card in the mirror. If you go against another person and they summon Kikalos, you activate effect called Dark. They can't use it to pop itself. This is very strong to know. 1 Elf for the Bahamut Shark combo. And then Dark. The reason why Dark is honestly so nice because I like to have the Unicorn because if they banish your Kaleidoheart, you basically can't play the game because you have no more removal. And then Time Thief. Time Thief is just like the Boston counter to his Mystic 9 bullshit. Secondly, if you just open a poverty-ass hand and you can't make Bahamut Shark, you make this guy. And then Dweller, like literally the God card. And then Bahamut Shark. I just want to say, I didn't know that you can't attack with this because it's Italian. I've never used this card. And so a guy told me that in a regional. So I decided to attack with my Toad instead and still summon Zeus. So that's fine. Then 1 Toad. This card's honestly broke because it can add back Reinohart, it can add back your Supreme. And honestly, I like to link off the Bahamut Shark just so you can end on the Elf without this because you trigger Toad effect, so you add back Reinohart to hand. So if you have Trap card, that means that you have something guaranteed in hand to send, like if you have Dino-Miscus. So that's really nice. And then also, when you revive it during your opponent's turn, they won't be able to Super Poly because you don't have the Bahamut Shark. And secondly, when you revive it, that's another bring back. So When you bring this back, it's a +4. If you don't get to bring it back, it's a +2. So either way, it just requires 1 card. And then the God card Zeus, like, this literally just triggers all of your effects. And I think it's probably one of the most broken cards in the game. And then that's all for the deck profile. Shout out to Boston for activating mine. Hopefully he doesn't have it against me next time. And I'll see you in the next one. Maybe Boston will have a mine profile soon.